my trip from North Carolina to Washington, D.C. I stayed at the Holiday Inn in Laurelton, Virginia. I recommend getting the Holiday Inn credit card because I only paid $35 for that. And normally I don't look up where I'm going to eat. But since this was going to be a long trip and we had lots to do during the day, I didn't want to waste our time. So we went to Tropical Smoothie. And we found parking right here. That's the address where we found parking. And there's an app there. It will say it right on the machine where you park. You just download that app. You can only pay for 2 hours of parking at the time. But thankfully, you can just update it. You'll get a reminder that you have 15 minutes left on your phone. And then you can just add another 2 hours. So I think I parked there like a total of like around 6 hours. And then I went to the Holocaust Museum. I wasn't planning on taking the kids, but they did come in, and very quickly, it's very quickly they ended up leaving. I ended up staying. It was very interesting. I guess here I could go. No, get down, please. No, get down. Down. Where? I'm just trying to find. Oops. Of course, I end up closed. Oh, no, there it is. What is going on? I'm trying to get the picture up. Basically, a ship arrived. I guess I can just explain it. A ship arrived in Cuba with Jews, and the Cubans said, no, thank you. And then they asked, the Americans, hey, can we... And they said, no, thank you. And they sent them back. And I never knew that. And then this was a second place to park in case the Independence Avenue was full of parking. But there it would have been more expensive. So thankfully there was parking available at Independence Avenue, no problem, on a Monday. Then I did a oh my God, I can't say it, but probably spelled it wrong too. Smithsonian, there we go, castle. That was actually kind of boring. The Hirshhorn, oh my God, I can't speak. The Hirshhorn art, that was interesting. It was sad. There was one area that I couldn't go to. Here, you got to give me 10 minutes, okay? There was one area I couldn't go to because you had to go in that morning to get tickets to go to that area. And I don't really know why. I don't understand why. Yeah. Because, I mean, I get that some places, there's just going to be too many people, so that's why you have to register beforehand. But why just some of the art and not all of the art is what I guess I don't really get. And then we did the natural science, history of natural science. That was pretty awesome. My son got to see some of the biggest diamonds and crystals. And what was the other part? Okay, that was... and then we stayed... And then there was just food trucks. There was just food trucks in between the African building and the Holocaust building. And then this was the Holiday Inn. That's the address. And then I ate at Mad Max. I don't recommend it. The macaroni and cheese is better at Panera, and half the price. And oh yeah, that's how much the tolls cost. I wish there was a website. I wish there was something where you could just kind of pick what roads you want to go, because there's sometimes where it's just way more convenient to take the toll, and there's sometimes where you don't have to take the toll road, where there's another freeway right next to it. So that's what we did. Dropped the kids off. They went to the World Trade Center. My son loves tall buildings, so they had fun there. They got to eat way high up. I've never even been that high up. I went to the Museum of Arts and Design, And if you have EBT card, you get in for free. And I think it was awesome place to go to the bathroom for like my kids. So I recommend that for anyone. Because, I mean, there was a park playground 10 minutes into Central Park, but that was still that's like a 10-minute walk. And I mean, if you have to go, that would be a long time to hold it. Oh, and there's this huge big rock. I don't even know if you can call it a rock because it was like so huge. And this is where I ended up parking. I ended up finding this other website here. What's it called? Spot Hero. There's probably a lot of people, but I wish I would have known that sooner. I could have saved like $20 in parking. So, yeah, oh well, it is what it is. Let's see here. Oh, and that's another thing about the Museum of Arts and Design. There's this really awesome view. Thankfully, my son was like, hey, let's go to the top floor. In just a few minutes, let's go to the top floor. And we got this really awesome view of Central Park. So it's another reason to go to that art design place. Where is the picture? Oh, I guess I could start showing pictures. Why am I not seeing the picture of the... Oh, you know, it was actually on a different phone. Just a few minutes. I'm almost done. I'm telling my story. I know. And then we stayed at the Crown Plaza. It was only a 30-minute drive leaving there. And then we ate at this place. I don't know how to say it, but they had really good crepes. Not the best service, but the crepes were good. And then we drove to Narragansett, Rhode Island, and we stayed at the beach right there. But you do only residents are able to park right there in front of the beach. We were thankfully dropped off, so we didn't have to walk, but you know, I thought that was kind of ridiculous because nowhere in North Carolina do we do that. Hey, only residents can park. I mean, yeah, that was ridiculous to me. Someone was smoking here inside this hotel, which was kind of disgusting, but I couldn't figure out who it was, so there was no point in reporting it because I couldn't even figure out who it was at like 2 a.m. What else? Was there something? Holes. Oh yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to mention. So it's $16 to get onto Manhattan Island. So we took a different way to get to Rhode Island. We kind of went around. You still had to pay tolls, but not $16 just to get onto Manhattan Island. Then we stayed at. Oh no. Then we went to Atlantic City, and we went on the Ferris wheel, the boardwalk. And then we checked out the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. And then we went to the Croft House. It's from the 1600s. That was pretty awesome. Built in England, taken apart, brought here, like the staircase and the furniture, which was beautiful. The staircase was. And then I learned about this beeswax. You could buy this, what was it called? I call it like a beeswax plaque, where you could buy it and you could get away with any crime except for treason, which I've never heard about before. I feel like there's something I'm missing. I guess everything was my favorite. I mean, truly, like I did. I'm glad I went to New York City. I feel like everyone needs to do it, but I have no desire ever to go back there. The people, yeah. I mean, one out of many things was the driving, and not even in Manhattan. I didn't actually have any problems in Manhattan, but driving outside of Manhattan in New York, close to Manhattan, the people were just absolutely ridiculous. Like, just like I swear if you blink at some people wrong, they're like gonna hate you. It's ridiculous. But glad I went. Yeah. We had a good time.